Button. All right, I'll play some of this.
And you're good.
And we're good. All right. So we left off with your party leaping through a small window frame and finding yourself in a forest. As you... I can't remember if I had it above the ground. I think I did, but for whatever reason, you stand up, you shake it off. It is, judging by where the sun is in the sky, you're guessing it's either a few minutes or a few hours after sunup or a few hours before sundown, depending on which direction you're facing. There's no return portal that you can see. So you're kind of not sure how you're going to get back as yet, but that's not your problem for the moment. You're in a woods, but you can see the edge and you can see lights and hear some sounds of a town off in the distance. So, being a presumptuous DM, I assume that you head in that direction. Before too long, you come to the edge of the woods and you see a town. You smell the smells of a bitter swamp, kind of a sour-ish smell. And what you see to the north, I guess you gave away the directions. You see a swamp. You see that there's a lake off in the distance. You can see a mire that kind of extends toward the edge of the forest where you're at. There's a pretty decent-sized bridge stretching across that little leg of swamp. Clapping. But you can also see some ruins, just the tips of old ruins somewhere off in the distance in the swamp. But that's not what draws your attention. Closer to you, the town itself is very laid out in a very organized pattern. You notice that the streets are not just dirt, they're paved and they're well maintained. You notice that lining the paved streets there are posts that in our modern parlance we would call lampposts, with, you presume, continual light or some kind of spells cast inside the globes to maintain a nice street lamp atmosphere. It's not a city. It's a large-ish town, but the central building is a 4-story brick university-looking building with a wrought iron fence around the outside of it, and it seems like most of the town has been built to service the university. You see a couple decent-sized inns, including one that has large golden dragon-like wing motifs coming out of the roof. And you see the building that must be the Museum of Natural History that you're going to... you're going to talk to a doctor, and she gave you the name of the inn you're looking for as... why does this always happen? The Sage's Quill. But, again, this is not what draws your attention. What draws your attention is in the sky overhead, and slowly gliding away, there is a massive flying airship with a ring of flame circling around the outside of it. And as you watch, it sails off to the south. I assume you can see that picture now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like Obi-Wan's ship.
Nothing like you've seen before. I assume...
What manner of beast is this?
And it glides away silently. You see no one in the town seems to even pay it much attention. There are people milling about. It is, like I said, a few hours before dusk. I gave it away. And you are looking for the Sage's Quill, which you can find. It is a quiet-looking tavern right next door to the Museum of Natural History. Do you wish to enter?
Talkative
Yes.
bunch tonight, yes.
All right, I'm going to do that. As you enter the quaint little tavern, I'm going to change the music. The Sage's Quill. Soft light reveals mahogany furniture and luxurious carpets. A few genteel patrons murmur in the lounge. You soon notice a purple-hooded figure tucked into a corner booth. She nervously looks around and sees your group enter and gestures for you to sit. You notice lines of worry etched into her normally cheerful-looking face. I'm going to do that, and that's not supposed to be in the front, so I'm going to put that in the back. There we go. There she is.
I get the neat thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is the extent of it. I had to rush to find
I like it.
pictures. Hey, you know, we're in Eberron. It's got to make it work.
Fitting.
She gestures for you to sit around the table, and she looks nervously around at the others in the tavern. I can give you a look of the actual setup over here.
Did you notice your shoelaces are untied?
Oh my, no. She'll bend down to fix them.
My, you must be worried.
Yeah, she looks just like in the picture. She looks pretty panicked. I'll go back to this one. She just kind of throws back her hood to reveal her very nervous-looking gaze. I'll go back over here because then you can move and sit. She says, "Thank you for coming so quickly."
Wait, where is she on this?
Down here.
Oh, okay. I
Sorry.
had it zoomed out too far. I didn't see down there.
She says, "My name is Dr. Donnell. Dr. Cassidy Donnell." She looks around to make sure no one else in the tavern is looking, and no one is. This guy here is a bard standing on the table playing loud music, and people are stomping their feet and singing along and drinking and talking and seemingly not paying any attention. Go ahead.
I'll just address the elephant in the room here. Why are you so paranoid?
Have you not been informed?
No.
The Merkmeyer stone is an egg, and it may hatch tonight at midnight.
Eggs hatch all the time. Big deal.
Yes, but this egg is an eldritch horror that will tear this town and possibly this universe apart. It was.
Okay.
It's in the museum next door.
Are you the only one worried about this? What precautions are they taking?
She visibly just drops in resignation. She says, I've warned them. It's my research. No one will listen to me. The egg was found in the swamp just to the north, the Merkmeyer, buried in mud. But after it's been exposed to air, it begins its gestation period. And according to my calculations, it will hatch tonight, if not early tomorrow morning. I've tried to warn them, but they dismiss my studies. They fired me from the university. They're putting it on display tomorrow.
Could I take a look at your research?
Of course. She'll hand you over some notes. Make an intelligence check.
So what you're saying is, no, they don't believe you, and they think it's still a dormant artifact.
They think it's a very attractive-looking stone. The notes are written in a shorthand that is really hard to make out, and it's covered with arcane runes and gestures, and it's all in her handwriting, it seems.
Am I able to glean if it's batshit crazy versus a cogent thought?
It seems relatively cogent.
What is this research of yours based upon?
She again looks around the room nervously. Says, I've dabbled in occult research since I was a young girl. She again tries to read your faces to see if you cringe or otherwise seem taken aback by it. But she says they unearthed it. It's light green with a gemstone sheen, and it's covered in strange runes.
Can I get anything with my Arcana skill on the rune?
Yeah, give it a roll, because she did jot down a lot of them. Ooh, shit. All right, so I'll say that in your arcane dabblings, you've also come across some occult books and stuff like that. So you can see where her theory is coming from. Mm-hmm. And on a cursory look over, as far as you can tell, she's on the money. She also has jotted down in her notes that she thinks that if it's encased in crystal, it will prevent the hatching process from finishing.
Are there any visible changes happening now, or is it just your hypothesis that this is going to happen?
It's a hypothesis, yes, but I have figures and math to back it up. And she points at her notes that you've got.
So you can't feel anything moving inside the egg. There's no evidence of cracking.
If but there were, because then maybe they would believe me.
So you said encasing it in crystal might stop it from hatching.
Yes, I have a vessel ready for that purpose.
Why can't we just destroy it, like smash it?
I fear if you destroy it, it will hatch whatever's inside.
Have you
Get out.
proposed putting the egg in the crystal?
They want it on display in the museum. They want to show it off. They find it to be a rare and beautiful artifact. They're stupid.
Right,
They're
but-
stupid.
Why not put
aren't
it in
all
the
the-
crystal?
Exactly. Aren't all the artifacts or whatever on display in cases anyway?
Not transparent crystal. It needs to be encased in a solid block. It would no longer be able to be displayed. I fear it's super dangerous, and it should not just sit in a museum. It's got to be taken away and disposed of with proper time and due diligence. Again, she glances around the inn. I tried to steal it last night, but I was caught, and they didn't press charges because they think I'm a raving lunatic.
Aha.
I can't blame them 100%.
You have to believe me.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to, but
Your organization believes me. Listen. And she reaches under the table and she pulls out a leather sack, maybe yay big, and she plumps it down on the table. It makes no noise. It seems to be empty. She says, there's a viewing gala tonight at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8 o'clock. They're opening the museum to the public, but by invitation only. You can see the Merkmeyer stone. So this will give you time to scope it out, to take a look for yourselves and maybe work out a plan. She reaches into the bag, and her arm disappears up to almost the shoulder as she fishes around in this bag that doesn't seem big enough for that. And she comes out with a sheet of paper, and she says, I've sketched this map. This is the best I can do.
what time did she say that the egg was supposed to hatch?
She's guessing around midnight. I've managed.
The museum will be open between 6 and 8.
You can see the museum from between 6 and 8 with the other crowds. I've managed to acquire 5 invitations. And she again reaches in and feels around. Comes out with 5 fancy looking pieces of paper with, you are cordially invited to the evening gala on, and it's a date that I don't know Eberron dates enough to give you. It's formal attire, so I've got, and again she reaches in and she pulls out 5 sets of clothing. they're formal wear. I was told 4 men and a woman. Yes. So that is what I've acquired. She looks at Tegan. She says, "It's my own personal outfit. I'm not sure if you're familiar with glamour weave, but it should really serve you well in this instance."
Thank you very much.
You can also use my bag of holding because weapons are not allowed, armor is not allowed. You will be going in dressed formally. But should you need them, you can carry them in the bag.
Suppose we could also put the egg in it.
I can also give you 100 gold pieces for your time.
Wow.
Oops, music stopped.
Well, that is very generous, but why don't we just kill the monster when it hatches?
I'm afraid that may not be possible.
No.
Or if it is, it may take months to figure out what its weaknesses are, and by then, so many thousands may die. Eldritch horror, have you not heard of eldritch horrors? Again, her voice kind of raises a little bit, and the music dies down as looks start coming in her direction, and she seems to almost shrink into her outfit, pulls her hood back up.
Well, DM, have we heard of Eldritch Horrors? Or do we need to make a roll?
Make a history roll, sure.
I'm just going to say, no. Are they like dragons?
I would say... with a 15 and an 18, I would say, yeah, you've heard stories, but if anything like this has been out in the past, it's been a long time. So you're not entirely sure. You'd equate Eldritch Horror to Aboleths, Mind Flayers, Beholder. At first level, you may not want to try to fight a baby Beholder.
Yeah, but there's still nothing like world-ending.
Well, I mean, if they ever destroyed any worlds, they haven't been around to know about.
Good point.
You can see all the stuff, the picture and all the stuff underneath it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Every one of these heists has a sample map like this. It's so cool. I know that the museum has magical wards placed around it because I tripped one. Arcane alarms placed at various places along the floor and at certain doorways. I don't know how to circumvent them or how to figure out where they are, but I know that is the case. I believe there are other traps in place as well, though they are not active during opening hours. She looks at her magical wristwatch, which again, there are little things you notice about this whole area, like the inn is lit by arcane images. At one point, somebody drops a glass off their table, and a little mop and dustpan just kind of come gliding over and clean it up for them. No one even actively does anything with it. Those of you familiar with Eberron know what's going on, but it seems like there's a low level of magic that's just commonplace around here. And if you're looking at the outfits, Tegan, you notice that the dress has patterns that seem to move on the surface of the dress on their own. And she kind of catches you looking at that. So cool. Yeah, she catches you noticing that, and she goes, "Yes, you can change them at will." I don't know if you have to buy attune to those, but I'm going to say you don't for the purposes of this. Because as a bonus action, you can change the pattern on the outfit. It's the common version of Glamour Weave. The uncommon one can actually make things hover above your outfit.
Fancy.
It's like in that. I've only seen the first Hunger Games movie, but doesn't she have a dress that like exudes holographic fire or something in that movie? That's basically Glamour Weave.
Transmogs.
If you have uncommon Glamour Weave and you're a bard, I believe it gives you a D4 to persuasion checks.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're all going to be getting uncommon glamour weave soon, is what you're telling me.
If you want to buy some while you're here, it's not cheap.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Not the uncommon stuff. The common stuff's pretty cheap. It's like 50 gold or something. It's not too bad, but you don't get any benefits from that one.
Yeah, right.
So, I believe the gala starts in an hour. So if you have any preparations you need to make or any questions, I mean, just go to the gala and take a look.
Very well.
Okay.
Any questions? I would definitely like to get out of here for now. There's too many people here.
Is there anything we can replace that egg with, or are we just going to, take it and leave an empty space?
I don't know. I was just gonna take it. That's a good idea, but I don't know what you would replace it with.
A replica?
Do you have one? You don't even know what the egg looks like. But then she grabs the
Nope.
notes back from Doug as he spins it around. It looks like this. And the notes have an image that looks like that.
That's it?
An egg.
That doesn't look like an egg at all.
Exactly. That's why they don't believe me.
But you can see something inside of it.
I can see what looks like a
Some legs and a tail.
skeleton,
Yeah.
I see what looks like a xenomorph.
but it does have
Ooh.
legs and a tail.
That
So
wouldn't be good, would it?
No.
I don't know why they don't believe her that it's an egg. Like, there's something inside it.
It could be amber.
They think I'm crazy.
It could be, but
You text message, boss.
I do.
How do we know you're not crazy?
Alright, so we're gonna have to check it out, and then we're gonna have to see what we can do in this short time to make something look like that. We can't just take the stone and disappear, because they're going to know that she's responsible.
Well, yes, they will. But if you get me the stone tonight, I will encase it in the prism container, and I have an exit strategy. I will not be in town by morning.
I understand that, but
Okay.
they fired you for this. Do you think anybody's going to come after you? Or
My job means nothing. It's the safety of the planet that I'm worried about.
Understood.
Attic window access to roof. That's interesting. I wonder if we can drop in from above.
There's also a back entrance at the loading dock that might be useful.
What about a classic distraction down below while someone sneaks in from above? Split the party.
That always works out well.
Perhaps we leave an illusion for them if one of us can do that.
Now, if only Jamie was like a creation bard and it was level 10. Then
I am
you
not.
could make the egg and then just leave it there. And then it disappears in like 7 hours or whatever. Long enough to escape.
Well, we might as well attend the gala and then find out what we can and form a plan afterward.
Well, right now I am trying to get a sense of, since the insight roll,
Oh, I didn't see
does
that.
she believe what she's saying, and does she seem just panicked or completely...
She definitely seems to believe what she's saying, and she is paranoid as heck that people are listening in. I mean, she's planning a rob of a museum, so you'd be a little paranoid too.
Well, given what you say this thing can do you think it has controlled anyone, or are you just worried about doing crime?
I like I said, I tried to steal it last night. I think they might be watching me. Maybe.
What did you say that they think it is?
A very
It's
pretty
stone?
stone. Yes, they put it in the gem artifact museum.
Do they seem to be assigning a significant value to it?
I mean, how do you value a giant green stone? I'm not a
Well,
gemologist.
Do they I know you question security in the room, but like,
I tried to isolate it when they brought it to me in the beginning to ascertain what it was for, but they felt it to be more valuable as a display piece. The museum bought it off the university for a generous sum, and so I lost control of it.
do they know about your attempt last night?
Yes, unfortunately, they do.
There probably will be extra precautions taken.
That's why I'm not setting foot inside the museum.
Do they know it was you?
Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I warned them. I fought against them. They fired me from the university. I tried to break in, and they caught me. And they, as I said, no charges were pressed. But they did express that they're concerned that I had maybe lost my marbles, so to speak.
Yeah.
I believe these eggs tend to lie dormant for generations, but once they're unearthed, they rapidly develop and hatch. They are ravenous and will grow exponentially, eventually overwhelming entire villages. I just found a section of my notes. That's why I'm telling you all this now. The eggs are nearly indestructible, but as I said, encasing them in crystal can neutralize the hatching process. They called me a pseudoscientist. Again, she kind of drops her shoulders with like defeat.
Would we have ever even heard the term scientist? Is that an Eberron thing?
I don't know, maybe not.
Or pseudo.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, you've been on Sigil for a while. You probably have heard terms like that thrown around.
It's true.
I'm out of options. I will be close by. If I see you come back here, I will immediately come in and meet you here. But I really should get out from prying eyes for a moment. As I said, the museum is right next door. You couldn't have missed it. So, again, she looks at her watch. 45 minutes. I recommend you make the best of your 2 hours there. May I go? Any more questions?
What's the likelihood that anyone in this room is keeping an eye on you and is going to be now keeping an eye on us?
Oh shit!
Are you kidding? They only looked at her when she raised her voice about what's inside the egg.
Anyone who's been watching the crowd, I'm going to say you've been kind of keeping an eye out when she looks around, and no one seems to be paying her much attention at all.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about her. They think she's crazy.
Well, shall we?
You might want a less ostentatious robe if you want to blend in.
And you kind of look around, and she's dressed very similar to like most of the people in here. You're the ones that stand out right now. But she gave you 5 outfits.
Good point. This is a strange place.
I was told you were from out of the area. Where are you from?
Oh, here and there.
Oh, I see. Best I don't ask any questions. Good luck.
The north. Utgard.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of that place.
Well, I'm sure I have not heard of. Where is this?
This is Barkenbluff in the domain of Brayland. On Corvair. But surely you know that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
No, I don't.
Do I need to make a deception roll for that?
Sure. I think your default would probably convince her at this point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're fine. All right, so she will get her way out of the bar. And I'll go back to this page.
So I don't think we even really need a room here, right? We could probably just use the bathroom to change.
Yeah.
We're not really planning on staying overnight, are we?
You'll be overnight in the museum.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to give everybody inspiration as well because you've basically played a whole game and didn't get... I mean, I gave you that benefits of a long rest, but I'm going to give you inspiration too because I have a terrible tendency to forget. And you might need it because you're level 1 and things can go horribly.
One hit can kill you.
That's right. Well, ideally
At least
there's
we're
no
not
combat. That's the trick of these heists.
Yeah. Well, ideally.
Ideally, that's right. And you also will probably want to consider, well, a few things I want to point out. Number 1, you have 5 bards, each with access to, 4 to 5 bardic inspirations. So don't necessarily be stingy with those because they're going to be potentially valuable. They do last for 10 minutes. Secondly, what was I going to say? I forgot already. Damn it. Ah, shit, I forgot. Oh well, I'll remember it later. When it's too late. And someone's dead. I mean... So you want to get dressed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. So you take the time, take 15-20 minutes. You're all professional performers, so you're used to working with the tools you're given, and you've been given some pretty elegant looking tools. She must have spent, unless she stole them, she must have spent some decent cash on these outfits. A couple of them still have the tags on them. Because
She borrowed them and we're supposed to return them later.
well, you know, who knows how long ago she got notified that she was getting a team to help. But the 4 outfits for the guys are like tuxes. Basically, they're kind of loose fitting, so you can still stealth in them, and everything is good. But they are very proper looking. And the dress, again, it isn't like a dress. It's got plenty of mobility in it, but it's glamour weave, so you can. I don't know if you can change the color, but you can have little flames dance across it and stuff like that if you want to make a show.
But is it a murder dress?
It's not.
I mean, you know, maybe as I'm walking in, you know, to the museum or whatever.
Oh, she does. I forgot to mention, she does tell you that the museum curator is a stern elven woman named Alda Arkin, and she will most likely be present at the gala. And then she took off. Well,
A woman, you say?
yes.
Is she a
What
dragon?
difference does it make to you?
She's slag.
What difference does it make to you that it makes to me?
None, I suppose.
What difference does it make to you that it makes a difference to him that it makes a difference to you?
And around we go.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually say that.
All right, when you come out of the bathroom areas dressed up, you do turn heads. I'm not going to make any kind of rolls to see how well you can come out, because I'm just assuming that between the outfits you're given and your own personal skills, you just look astounding. And you step outside into the streets and look over at the museum next door. And I assume that you're going to venture forth.
Are there any wagons?
Sounds good.
Being pulled up to the front of the gala?
Yes, there's...
The gala's about
It's
to
very
start,
much like
right?
the Met Gala. Yes, yeah. As you go outside, there's like a red carpet rolled down the front of the thing, and you see strangely shaped and powered wagons showing up, and various
Without horses?
It's like some of them without
Wait.
horses.
Can we get a map of the neighborhood and plot out an escape route if needed?
I do not have a map of the neighborhood, unfortunately. I can get something between now and the next time we play for that sort of thing, but I'm going to say that there's a 20 to 25 foot alley between the inn you're leaving and the museum itself, and then there's a few other buildings on the other side, small businesses. Mostly the residences are on the other side of town.
How far are we from like city gates? Are the roofs hoppable?
There are no gates to the whole city. This inn is 2 stories. The museum itself is 3, I believe. I have a description of... here we go.
2 floors and an attic.
Yeah, 2 floors and an attic with a skylight. The facade of the Varkenbluff Museum of Natural History boasts enormous columns and elegant archways hewn from marble. Cosmopolitan visitors bustle about the entrance, including some clad in sleek formal wear. We're gonna go... Let me look at this map first before I drop you in it. Alright. I'm gonna assume you head up the stairs. Have you ever been to the New York Museum of Natural History? I'm imagining that long set of marble stairs going up and around toward the entryway.
That would be a
And
negative.
if so, I'm gonna...
I've been to the
All right.
Harvard Natural History Museum.
maybe about the same. All right, I'm going to bring you over to the museum if you're ready.
Sure.
All right, we're going to change the music.
Oh, some smooth jazz.
That's right. Okay. I think I have 2 different things I need to read here. Here we go. All right, so let's get a description of this room. Statues depicting robed human women flank the sides of this public mingling space, which boasts a marble column in the center. The museum's information desk is situated just inside the front doors. To the north is a grand staircase draped in rich carpet. You see several guards and several distinctly dressed noble people. For the sake of roll 20, all the guards look like this token here. But they are in fact 12 very distinct and very different people. But they're all dressed in the same kind of outfits, so I wasn't about to make 12 different tokens and have you trying to keep track of which token is a guard and which one is a noble. Same goes for the noble. They're all the same token, but some of them are men, some of them are women. They are not all human. They are just mingling about.
Did she say what she did to try to obtain the egg and how it went wrong?
She tripped an alarm on the floor.
Okay. Which floor?
According to the map, I think it's this floor.
Second.
Is it?
Okay.
second's where she said the egg would be. So
Second is where the egg is. Yes.
Yes,
But
but the trap, or not the trap, but the alarm she set off was on the first floor, I think.
I believe so.
Okay.
If you look
Yeah,
at the
she would have.
if you look at the
Go
map
ahead.
to the right, like right behind the statue on the right side, it says alarm ? Like right over here.
Oh, on her map.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you looking at? I'm looking at the map. I don't see that. What you're pinging.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the map is like right around the statue.
Did she say that the alarm was magical? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and she said she has no way of detecting where these alarm spells are, but they're not armed during open hours.
This desk
Okay.
that's in front of us, is there a person stationed there?
There is not currently. There are just guards standing about as people mingle.
I don't know why she wrote hidden closets on the map though.
Some of the people are not dressed as well as others. You assume a few of them are just there to see what is regular exhibits and such. And in fact, this guard here, I'm going to have you roll a d12. Pick, Jamie, roll me a d12.
D12.
All right. A elf female walks over towards you. She says, I see. New arrivals. If you are here to see the gemstone exhibit, it is right that way. And she points toward the stairs. It is on level 2. You can't miss it.
I'd love to see the Creatures of the Past exhibit. That's actually what I'm more interested in tonight. Where is that?
Last exhibit. I believe I'm already lost.
Second floor, south side.
Ancient culture. No, that's. She pulls out a map. Oh, yes. Yes, second floor, yes. If you get to the top of the stairs and you go into the center of the room, you'll take a right and then take a left, and you should be in that section there. Yes.
No. Crap.
Enjoy your visit. And she kind of goes back to walking about and speaking to people. Occasionally this guard will move as well. They're just kind of milling about.
So are the people who were in here just kind of schmoozing with each other?
Yeah, it looks like it. A few of them have champagne glasses and they're sipping and talking, and occasionally you'll see one walk into a side area and come out. So they're kind of looking around the museum as well.
The person that's in charge, did she have... It was a her, right?
It is a her. It's a female elf, you were told.
Did she have a title?
She
museum
is...
director, or...
Yeah, she's
Curator.
the museum curator, yep.
Okay.
Madam Curator.
Perhaps we should split up and mingle a bit.
Yeah, I think that my intent... I want to be very... I mean, both because my character would anyway be very interested in all the exhibits, and also because he knows that would be a nice, I guess, diversion to take away suspicion. I'm just going to be very interested in all the exhibits.
Okay.
I do want to make my way upstairs and see if attic access is something that we could get ourselves into and maybe hide out.
Okay.
I was gonna say Euryxis is like right next to me, so I was going to take his arm and drag him towards the stairs. Come on.
Yeah,
let's
that's
go look at
fine.
the
I wanted
exhibits.
to go straight to the stone anyway, pretty much, and check it out.
I can look around for...
Come on, let's go. We only have 2 hours to
All
look
right,
at this
go
stuff.
ahead, go ahead and move your... Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and move your tokens where you'd like. All right. I see that Majesty's heading over to the Ancient Plants exhibit. You see artificial plants made of wood, silk, and other materials sprouting artfully from arranged planters. Tall ferns, bushes with strange berries, and slender trees are represented alongside placards about ancient plant life. You see a guard
Yeah, is
just
he...
casually patrolling the halls.
He's just patrolling. He's not blocking the way.
Right. Yeah, you can get past him. He occasionally will just move. He's just kind of walking up and down the hallway, looking out into the main foyer and stuff.
Go look at the map again.
All right, you guys are going upstairs. Let me move you upstairs. As you come up to the top of the stairs, you notice a woman that can only be the curator. She is a AI-generated art picture of a very stern elven woman dressed in an elegant gown.
Is she the one who just spoke to?
No.
Oh, okay.
And she's talking to a man wearing very formal looking, possibly military outfit, or at least it's a uniform of some kind. And standing next to him is a creature you've never seen before.
Oh, that's cool.
It seems to be made of metal, and it seems to be holding a defensive posture standing next to the gentleman who is talking to the elf. They are in some kind of a discussion.
He's got a golden dick on his forehead.
Is there some type of indicator that it's not a man in very heavy plate armor?
I would assume so.
Probably the fact that it has glowing eyes or glowing.
Yeah, and
lights
as he,
where its eyes would be.
and those who can see him, as he will move about, and there's just something
Not human.
stiff or mechanical about the
Mechanical.
movements. Yeah. Let's see. One thing I don't like about Roll20 is I always forget where they've got certain notes.
Oh, I wanted to
Whole
ask,
section about her. Yes.
being a tiefling, am I sticking out a lot and getting a lot of odd looks, or did the people not really seem
Not
to care?
terribly. I think they're considered a standard race now.
Okay.
So you wouldn't stand out too much.
Would I know that those are dinosaurs, or would I drag him towards the Allosaurus going, oh, let's look at the wingless dragon?
I would say you probably know of dinosaurs. It is their primary display piece.
It probably has a plaque that says what it is right on it.
In fact,
too.
this is what it looks like. Pay no attention to the tiefling underneath it and the guy trying to climb through that hole over there.
Oh my god, look,
That
it's us!
tiefling looks familiar.
Totally not.
Your horns aren't as long.
The elf kind of looks over as you come up the stairs, and since you are dressed so well and your charismas are so high, she kind of gives you a respectful nod and then goes back to talking to the guy.
Can we
I
get a
do a
sense of what they're
slight
talking
bow.
about?
Are you going up there too, Doug?
No, I guess I should wait. I mean, eventually I'm making my way around that way, but I don't know that I'm there right now.
Because they're on the second floor. You're still on the first floor. Your token.
Yeah,
is.
I'm examining our stuff down here. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to move into an area, I will tell you what's in there.
Well, I'm trying to like kind of balance looking at stuff with being a distraction for people who might catch us.
Okay.
You know, like to allow the rest of the team to be Snoopy without being caught.
Right. There's enough people in here, and there's a few enough guards relative to the number of people milling about. They don't seem to be like expressly eyeballing anybody
Okay.
because it's a fancy party. If anything, they're waiting for an altercation to break out or somebody to touch an exhibit. Otherwise, they don't seem to pay much attention to those who are just walking about looking at things.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely don't seem to be in high alert mode.
All right. So I guess after examining all the exhibits downstairs, I will eventually make my way upstairs. But please go back to them
right.
for the moment.
All right. Well, if you want to go through all the exhibits downstairs, there's only exhibits through the doorways on the left.
Mm-hmm.
All the doors on the right seem to be locked, closed and locked. But you see your token, right?
I'm actually staring at the map right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
because you're still standing at the front door. I didn't know if you wanted to actually walk around.
No, I'm keeping the map blown up so I can.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
If you or Mardigan ever happen to go over to the farthest side of the bottom floor, you find the Ancient Cultures exhibit, which contains the glass display cases boasting objects related to life in ancient Varkenbluff. Clay pots, stone tools, and scraps of leather clothes are interspersed with informational placards about their historic use. It seems like a lot of this stuff, if not all of it, was extricated from the ruins of the Murkmire Swamp just to the north of this town. All right, so yes.
Oh, look, I count 5 privies we can get into about 5 minutes before closing time.
Ooh. And they're conveniently located too.
So, question.
Can you see the top floor, Doug, too?
Just on the map.
Oh, on the sketched map?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, you had me worried for a second that the dynamic lighting was off and you could see everything.
No, I've got the
I was like,
map blown up.
I fell off the edge of the world.
No, now you're on the 2nd floor.
Oh, well, I don't...
Death by misadventure.
Oh, and now you disappeared. Get down here. You can't be up in the...
See,
Yeah.
I told you.
So-
I fell off the...
Don't touch it. You're right there.
So yeah, if I drag my date down to the
Yep.
Allosaurus, maybe we can
Okay.
eavesdrop on the 3 important people at the bottom of the
Go
stairs.
ahead. Go ahead and move down and around them. Oh, let me read you what V12, this area you're in, looks like. The intact skeletons of several large prehistoric monsters are on display here, including the museum's most famous display, the beautifully preserved body of an Allosaurus, its leathery skin appearing supple to the touch. An informational placard next to the dinosaur
let you touch
display appears supple to the touch.
Damn it.
An informational placard next to the dinosaur explains that it died in the Murkmire millennia ago and was naturally preserved. Display cases along the room's walls hold fossils of other ancient local predators. There are 2 guards in the area. There are a few noblemen. And you are... when you're that close to her, she stops talking. She actually looks up and says, good evening. And do you have a ticket to the gemstone wing?
We do, right?
Then yes. Then you want that door over there. And she gestures this direction toward this guard who's standing right by the door.
Wonderful. I'll check that out in a few.
Very good.
Thank you.
And she turns back, as I was saying.
Fine, I'll move down a minute. Jeez.
Quick question on mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
To stealthily cast a spell, would that be a sleight of hand or stealth roll or what?
Either one would apply,
Okay.
I would say.
And second, I'm guessing it would be very difficult, if not impossible, to do so with a ritual spell.
Not out in the open.
Okay. Got it.
You said you wanted to try to listen in. I'll let you guys roll perception. Just the 2 of you that are up there nearby. 13, all right.
It's not actually one of my skills.
But it is Eurixis' skill.
I knew I picked a right one.
So you hear her say, Master Jathrani, I'm sure that you will be very pleased with our exhibit tomorrow, and it will bring much revenue to the museum as well as the university itself. So I am very glad that you chose today to visit. You will not be disappointed. And he says, yes, I've come to that conclusion myself. You're running a very tight ship here, Alda. It is impressing the Baron, and it will bring much revenue, as you say. I would keep an eye on security, because if it is as valuable as you suspect, then you may want to have a more secure facility than just a simple locked door. She says, she kind of smiles and says, oh, I assure you, Master Lucius, it is most secure.
Shit, she's got magical wards around it.
I'm gonna comment something about the Allosaurus and just say like, oh wow, it's hard to believe they found such a amazing specimen in the Merkmeyer swamp right next, right over that way. Just a
Make a
as
deception roll.
distraction that we're not listening to their conversation.
Right. Just throw me a deception just to see how good you're doing. Tegan, I'd like one from you as well. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's talking to you, and he's talking a pretty decent game, but you keep darting back your eyes toward the conversation.
I'm darting my eyes all over this place. This is a really interesting museum.
At one point, she locks eyes with you again, and you get a slight scowl, like a mind your own business kind of a look.
Oh, well, I can't help it. She's just a really pretty elf.
But you are 15 feet away, so she's not presuming that you're listening in on the conversation. Or at least doesn't look like she is.
Alright, fine. I'll try to focus on the little dinosaur thingy next to me then.
Okay.
I want to say, well, my dear, shall we be moving on?
Absolutely. Yes, please.
Which way are we supposed to go for the gem?
This guard right here, he, roll a d12. And don't roll a 2, because that one's taken so far.
Both of us?
No, just Brian, to see... Sorry, yeah, Brian will roll it, because he's the one that wanted to talk to the guard. Number 3! Alright, where's my list of guards? Number 3 is a halfling male who snaps to attention as you approach. Says, he holds his hand out. Says, "Invitations, please." And you hand it over.
Yes.
Is that not showing up as a door? Why is it showing up? Oh, because those are the closets. Wait. The frick?
There's a door
According
here.
to her map, isn't the Merkmeyer wing right there?
Is that where they're showing the door?
There's a lock door right on that
Oh.
tile, yeah.
Yeah, that guard's supposed to be right here. So yes, he will unlock the door for you, and you may enter.
Thank you most kindly.
Of course.
You just get.
Except I can't enter.
She's getting the butter poured right on now and everything.
You should be able to click on it and it should open up.
Right, you have to open the door.
Yep.
That's generally how doors work.
After I shake it, I get to take my shaker's fee.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Gemstone Wing. Chairs surround several tables cluttered with crystal and silver tableware. Against the east wall, a light green stone rests atop a marble pedestal. There are 2 guards in here.
This must be the gem.
Yes. And this is also, it seems, where the gem is this one in the back here. It also seems to be where the refreshments that the people downstairs are coming from. Because of all the tables laid out with different refreshments and stuff on it.
Oh boy.
I look at the guards and say, good day. Or
They
good
just
evening.
nod, but they do seem to be a little bit more attentive than the other guards you've seen around. They are watching you as you walk around this wing.
Slowly make my way over. Actually, I'm going to stop at a table and grab like a little hors d'oeuvre or something.
Okay.
Just so it doesn't look like I'm making a beeline straight for the gem,
Yep.
I'm going to make a beeline straight for the gym while picking up a drink off one of the tables.
All right.
Oh my god, it's so pretty!
Yep. All right. You see the stone on a fancy pants pedestal.
Is there anything that we're sensing or picking up from it that we didn't already know?
Sensing? No. Are you taking a moment to like actually look closely at it?
Yeah, and while I do it, I'll say to Keegan, amazing the things that they find in that swamp.
Make an
Absolutely.
Arcana check.
Not my best skill.
Not my skill at all.
All right, you can see that it's got some runes on the pedestal itself, but you have no idea what they're for.
And so, does it actually look like it's got something inside it, like her drawing?
Not exactly. I think they did that purposefully to show you, the players, that it looks like an egg or whatever. It's more of just a large hunk of green gem-like stuff. It gives off a faint glow almost. It's just got this like hyper reflective sheen to it. You can see shapes, but nothing concrete. And if you try to turn your head, the shapes kind of change to the eye.
If you'll move me up to the second level, I'll make my way upstairs.
Okay. You are up here. You come around the corner here, and you see the woman who could only be the curator talking to the aforementioned suspicious individuals.
I want to look around at the other 1, 2, 3 gems in here as well. Just, yeah.
I do not have a list of other gems in the room, so suffice it to say they are big hunks of cool rocks. Maybe a geode, you know.
Okay, but like this one is the special one. Like it looks so much better than the others.
Yes.
Okay.
As you walk into the room there, Imrion, and you are definitely dressed for the gala. The curator steps over and she says, you must be here for the Gemstone Wing. It is right over there. Please enjoy yourself. Thank you for coming.
Ooh. I will make my way in.
And as she does that, these two are like, well, he says, well, I must be on my way. I have dinner plans at the Gold Dragon Inn. Of course, I will be seeing you tomorrow. Miss Arkin, enjoy your gala. And they move toward the stairs here and go down and away.
I'm going to make my way in and examine the gemstone.
Okay. You are asked to present your ticket, which you have, and then you may come down here and through the door where you see the other two. All right, we'll go to the other guys for a second. What is Majesty doing? Still checking out the exhibits?
I went to the cafe because I thought there might be food there, but there is nothing there.
Is that this room right here, right?
This room.
Yes. This space holds a mix of cafeteria-style tables and lounge furniture. A counter in the northeast corner sits underneath a sign that reads, Unearthed Cafe. There is currently nobody in there serving any food.
So I go right back into the center room.
Okay.
Are these benches?
No, those are display cases.
Oh, all right.
They have the fossilized remains in the glass cases. And what is Gunnar? I was gonna say Bjorn Jorgensen. What are you up to at the moment?
Gunnar Bjorn Feldensen?
Right, that guy.
Well, he is actually going to first, if there are refreshments on the first floor, he will...
On the first floor, there are not. But if you ask the guards about refreshments, they say, if you have an invitation to the gala this evening, there are refreshments located in the Gemstone Wing.
Okay, so I guess that changes the order of things because I want to have refreshments when I'm doing this, but...
So you want to head upstairs?
Yeah.
I will move you... Oops, don't touch your token for a second. No, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why it's not working. There we go. You come up the stairs, and you again see the curator, who is now walking about. Now, at this point, I'm going to say a few of the nobles have also appeared upstairs and are milling about. And she is making small talk with a few folks, and she sees you come up. And again, you're probably better dressed than most of these nobles, so she will make a point to approach you. And say,
yeah, all 5 of us would look hot.
Good morning, or good evening. Welcome to the to our Museum of Natural History. I assume you are here to see the gemstone exhibit. It would be right this way. And she points at the door right here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. I should have had everybody roll this, but yeah, go ahead. Everybody who has talked to her, could you make an insight roll for me, please?
Talk to her directly or been in the room with her?
I've been in the room with her. If you pay any attention to her.
Oh, I did for at least 1 minute.
Right. Oh.
Maybe 3.
Oh, no. All right. Euryxis and Gunnar notice, and Majesty, I'll say it was again. You notice that she is, she always keeps her hands behind her back. Just the way she has her stance, she always has a very posture upright with her hands clutched. And I'm going to say Majesty because you've actually been around the other side of the room. Notice that what she's got in her 2 hands behind her back is a small, like a purse or a little personal clutch thing. But the way she grips it is, I don't know how to put it.
Like it's important enough for us
it's
to
important.
want to consider 5-finger discounting it.
Right, but because she's constantly holding on to it, she's always aware of where it is too. So yes. So Imrion, as you enter the gemstone wing, you see 2 of your companions milling about and having small talk and sipping champagne. And Gunnar walks in. The guards nod as you enter.
I nod back.
They gesture to the refreshments tables.
Oh, don't mind if I do. I will kind of get some refreshments first and maybe secondarily kind of look at, oh, a big hunk of rock. Magical?
So that is the purpose of the exhibit, says one of the guards, looking at you quizzically.
Yeah.
You had an invitation.
Yeah, I don't go to many of these.
Of course. And then they go back to chatting about the weather and what they're doing for lunch tomorrow and whatever.
So yeah, while I am munching away slightly awkwardly in the corner, as one does at a party, the verbal and somatic so would not require the drum, so
What's that noise? What's going on?
suddenly he appears with a saxophone and
Yeah.
no,
Whisper.
Go ahead.
I'm going to kind of stealthily cast Detect Magic on the... Oh wow, within 30 feet. That's a pretty large area. I guess around the door or near the door I will kind of stealthily try to Detect Magic. So I can roll a stealth if you would like.
As you are attempting to, I'm going to give this to you because you rolled so bad. They see that you're doing something and they interrupt you before you even start the casting of the spell. They're like, "Sir, please keep any personal belongings in your hands while you're in the exhibit. We don't want any cross contamination with the artifacts. You understand?"
Well, it doesn't require a material.
Well, I'm just saying you were probably, I would say you're probably fishing for something. They caught you before you would have got it off. Yeah.
Oh, I am sorry.
Of course.
It does have a somatic component too, so you
Yeah, you do have to
hands around
say stuff
specific
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You started acting weird.
Yeah, see, we need to learn to do the somatic components as stealthily as possible.
we're
Well,
playing
that's what the
sorcerer.
stealth roll was going to be for. I would say
I'll
your
get back.
I would say your stealth roll was low enough that you realized this isn't gonna work.
Hmm.
Imrion, since you're in the room, are you having refreshments or are you checking out the stone?
Checking it out. I want to examine it and see if there's anything that sets off anything in my head.
All right, make an Arcana roll. Ooh, look at that. All right. You see some runes etched around the pedestal, and you realize that all the doors leading to this room will arcane lock if the stone is removed from the pedestal.
Oh. I'm going to start mingling around, getting some refreshments, and discreetly tell my peers.
Okay. I don't know how you would figure this out. So from what I'm reading of the description here, you get the impression that if you had a replica, it would not trigger the lock.
Huh.
The lock is not
That's
so much tied to the specific item, it's just tied to the description
Like the
of
way-
the item. The way when you cast the spell, you have to give it a description.
So EJ's
So-
Indiana Jones ploy might work?
Could potentially work, maybe, if you're reading this correctly.
All right, Operation Indy's on.
If it's like a timed something, though.
Yeah,
We
this
will
one's on all the time.
definitely-
The other traps
Okay.
you were told to turn off during the open hours. You'd be walking all over them, but this one is
what
the
I was
display case itself.
right, but what I was saying is if we try to replace the gem with a replica, we're gonna have to, if it's like a timed one, we'll have to make it and
Well-
put it in there soon before
You don't-
opening,
Right.
so that they won't notice it actually being gone until we are far enough away.
Mm-hmm.
Could I get the gem and the entire pedestal in a bag of holding?
No, the opening on the bag of holding isn't wide enough.
Okay.
Which reminds me, who has the bag of holding? That's very important.
Wouldn't it go better as a kind of clutch purse for me or something? Unless it's just a random bag.
It's just a sack. You'd have to be like, but it collapses because it doesn't have any weight to what's in it. So you can roll it up and pop it in. Any one of you could be carrying it.
I mean, if they have it in one of their suit pockets, then that's probably best, because I don't think this outfit of mine shows it having any pockets.
Because I'm assuming all of you have no armor or weapons on. They wouldn't let you in otherwise. They're all in the bag of holding, so.
Right. Well, I don't have it.
All right, well, you need to decide who has it so that going forward we know where it's located. I guess we're assuming Tegan has it. She's the only one that's
Sure.
spoken about it. All
Not
right,
me.
just
The
checking.
bag of holding? Okay, alright, whatever. I
I'm going
got
to
it.
put you closer to the stone, Doug, since you're the one examining it. While you're leaning down, looking at the pedestal and stuff, the guards are watching you, not like in a threatening manner, but they're keeping an eye on you to see if you're touching it at all.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I am going to flinch and step away from it quickly. Keep them on their toes about what they're guarding.
Okay, they also actually make a deception roll. Oh, all right. They go, what? What, sir? What happened? You all right?
Nothing. It just those runes are familiar, and it looks it's alarming. Probably no danger.
Please,
Nothing at all.
please,
Don't worry
please.
about me.
For your own safety, please do not touch the display, sir.
I won't touch it. I'm gonna go over there. A safe distance.
All right, very, very good, sir. Please be more careful. Mindful of the exhibit.
I sure will. And you as well. I hope you're not guarding this at night.
I'm here all night, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, they pay well. Roll a d12.
Oh. Well enough. D12.
Did I see him back away?
6.
This is actually a woman, a human. Okay. She says, I'm not working here too much longer. Once I get my nest egg together, I'm going to quit. So it's all good.
Nest egg, you say?
I have the name, the alignment, the race, and a personality trait for all 12 guards.
Oh, nice.
This one says, a wistful dreamer who plans to quit soon.
She can be compromised.
It's not that she's 2 weeks from retirement. Okay.
I'll give you 100 gold to help us get this gem out of here.
I like the way you think.
There's got to be a reason they were assigned personalities.
I'm actually going to start putting the names on the ones that you've rolled. Let's see. This one was...
So we don't get clones?
Well, yeah, so that they don't, like, show up twice.
They're not all named after people we've gamed with before.
Nope.
Or all named Doug.
That was the crew of that one ship. They're all named after people we used to game with.
Yep.
I want to take a quick pee break. You guys can discuss.
Bring down my Funyun chips.
Take any actions. Okay, well.
EJ, are they actually Funyun flavored chips?
Yeah. They're
Okay,
pretty
because I
good.
think I've seen those. That's yeah. I'm not a Funyun fan, but I think I can get
You
into
can't
Funyun.
read Funyuns because it's green, so the green screen blocks it out. But that's what it
Wow,
says.
you're holding
Right.
an imaginary bag of potato chips.
It looks like it's being blurred out because it's like vulgar or something, like wavy fuck yous or whatever.
They're match chips.
Ooh, Funyuns. Alright, so I have no idea how we're getting this thing out of here. There's no... I can't ask the DM, he's peeing. I don't see any windows in the map, so I'm assuming there's no windows in this room.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
No, but there's
Other
access to the roof.
I'm sure we'd see them on there like the doors if there were.
Mm-hmm.
Or what if we just took it, dropped the thing down the privy, and then just accessed it from below?
I was wondering about that. The privies are around the corner, though, correct? Not off
Yeah.
the room.
If they're adjacent, but I don't think they're convenient.
Right, they're like up here.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So, attic window access to the roof, we don't need that one. We could do loading dock's back entrance towards the basement.
That's what I was thinking. Take that. Could be easy access, probably not as heavily guarded. My main issue is how we deal with the guards that are going to be in this room without
Yeah.
hurting them.
Does anyone have the sweep spell?
No, I don't. Is the plan to take this thing tonight, or are we just scouting?
We need to take it before and get it to what's her name so she can put it in the crystal case before.
Oh, that's right. She
midnight.
said it was going to hatch tonight or tomorrow. Yeah.
Tonight at midnight.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the gala is closing at 8 o'clock, so we pretty much have like a 4-hour window where there won't be people here.
Too bad we couldn't get our hands on another egg and have that hatch and have everyone freak out, and we could be like, we'll take this one.
As far as creating a replica, I don't know how in the hell we're going to do that.
Yeah, not with the time we have.
So, Majesty, what are you doing at the moment?
I am watching the curator.
Okay. She will be just walking about, nodding and talking to people as they look at the exhibits. She doesn't go in the gemstone wing. I pointed at it like you can see where I'm pointing at the screen. But she eventually makes her way over to you and, good evening.
Good evening.
Have you seen the stone yet? I've noticed you about.
The stone?
I did. Yes, the reason we're here?
No, these creatures out here exhilarate me much more than some stone.
Make a deception roll.
Creatures, huh?
She says, you are an aficionado of the dinosaur, are you? Yes, this Allosaurus, we found the mostly intact skeleton in the Murkmire just north of here. It was a truly fascinating dig.
Do all these creatures come from the Murkmire?
Yes, in fact. We think that millennia ago this area was a lush tropical forest, and roaming the tundras with the forests with these massive beasts. Surely the carnage was fascinating.
Interesting. Carnage, you say?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I did. Yes, I'm interested in all things like these creatures here, yes.
All things carnal.
And why are you not? Why are you not in with the stone?
Because I am supervising. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Dr. Alda Arkin. It's nice to meet you. You are?
Majesty.
Oh, your parents were not boastful, were they?
My father.
It's not his parents that's boastful, sweetheart.
Truly, it
my
fits
father
me.
was a bard.
Yes, of course. But
Hey,
anyway, sorry.
No deception on that one. That one's the truth.
Right. Well, you should definitely, if you have an invitation, of course, you should definitely take a look at the stone. It is fascinating, and it is
Really? What makes
expensive,
it more
I'm sure.
so than any other stone?
Well, surely you must see it. It is large, it is glowing, it is purely, truly a relic of a bygone time.
A relic?
Yes, the museum
Is it-
paid a
is
large,
it-
hefty sum to
Is
acquire
it not naturally made?
I would presume it is. We have not had anyone studying it yet. Make an insight check.
Blah, insight.
Okay. She's
God,
hard
sick.
to read. Oh, sorry. That will be when I run. When you go to Wildmount, I'll be saying things like "hard to read" and "how do you want to do this?" and stuff like that. We're not there yet. I got it. But don't let me keep you. I have other guests to speak with. It's been very nice to meet you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was looking forward to hearing more from you.
Persuasion roll.
Fuck. Persuasion. I'm really good at persuasion.
I know, right? Perhaps later. Right now, I have new guests to speak with.
Very well.
And at that point, you see like two more coming upstairs. Yes, and she goes wandering in that direction. Keeping an eye on her.
She's not leaving this room, right?
She has not left this room yet since you've been here.
All right. I'm still staying in this room. I'm not like staring at her or anything.
Right.
I do move position.
Yeah. Okay. Lean up against this guy as he's looking at the dinosaur.
It's like, what is this creature that's in front of me here?
Some kind of a dinosaur.
They're all dinosaurs?
Yeah, this room is like a fossil dinosaur exhibit.
Oh, I could have sworn this was an owl bear.
Oh, surely not, sir. Owl bears, why would you put that in a museum? You should put that in a zoo.
It's an owl man bear pig. From cereal.
When you went in 11 over here, the cafe, did you happen to go down into the other wings at all?
Did.
No.
I did.
You did? You did.
I did.
Okay.
Because I thought it would come back around to this room, but it did not.
No, I wanna give you descriptions because some of the stuff is potentially
'Cause I
relevant.
could have sworn there was a door, but I could not
There
find
is.
it.
It's locked.
Yep, there are locked doors. The very far end over here, yeah, there's a set of doors
I
as
didn't
well.
go that far. I only went. I thought there was a. I only went this far. I thought there was a door back into this room, but there was.
Okay, the first 3 rooms on the left are the creatures of the past exhibit someone was talking about. Fossils of small prehistoric creatures are arranged here, some as fully reconstructed skeletons. The exhibit includes microraptors, orthopods, dwarf elephants, and an ancestor of the cockatrice. Informational placards tell the stories of these creatures and their bones discovery. There's 1 guard patrolling. If you go any further, I will tell you the other room.
Are there any giant eggs?
There are no giant eggs in that room.
I want to lean into Tegan a little bit and say quite enough so that only she can hear. I have devised a plan, but I'm not going to divulge it here.
We're going to have to signal the others somehow and get to a quiet spot.
DM, are there any windows throughout this building?
Not on the map, so I'm gonna say no. Strangely enough.
And are there any, not the curator, but other museum employees in the room with the exhibit?
Just the 2 guards.
Okay. I guess I will go up to one of them and ask, so, you look like I guess the one we were talking to earlier who was hoping to leave, you look like a knowledgeable sort, ma'am.
Why, thank you.
What can you tell me about this, this strange glowing gemstone? Is it,
I think they found it in the swamp a couple weeks ago, and the university was going to study it, but there was some incident with a professor there, and they and the museum bought it. I guess Dr. Arkin really wanted it for her gemstone wing, so she paid a hefty sum from what the reports are telling us. We should pay us that hefty sum.
Oh my, I know. I mean, it looks like you are doing a good job here.
Always investing more in your business instead of in your health, I tell you.
Yeah, you deserve it. I can tell.
Work hard, but it's a tough job and long hours, so, you know. Any day now.
Yeah. So, you say there was incident with a professor. Just what could have happened with
I couldn't possibly tell you.
Oh, no?
No, but it might have had something to do with the break-in yesterday.
Break-in? Oh,
Yeah, something about, I wasn't on shift, but somebody broke in and tried to, well, they didn't try to do much at all. They came in and set off an alarm on the ground floor. She kind of laughs. Don't come in the museum after hours, I always say. Make a persuasion or deception roll. A charisma roll you're good at for giving your rapport.
Either one would be the same for me.
All right. I'm gonna say she's just gullible enough to say it's not like she has one of these, and she kind of taps her chest pocket.
Oh,
I like that.
one of these.
Hello.
I take something to do with this, it sounds like impressive security you hold over this place.
It's very tight. Very tight.
That's what she
It
said.
is.
That's what
Brian, nice. Fuck yeah.
she sure did.
I see. Well, just what was so valuable that the Curate wanted this, other than it glows.
Well, I mean, I guess it's priceless, one of a kind, and all that.
Unusual, yes, but is it... What historical value does it have?
I wouldn't have the slightest.
I see.
I believe Miss Dr. Arkin thinks that it will bring in lots of tourist money, which will pay the museum, which will then be invested into the university and help build Varkin Bluff.
I see. Business.
Yes. Yeah, of course. It's always down to the money, isn't it?
Well, I can only hope they can...
Can I have one of those champagnes, she says?
I will grab her one if she wants one.
She kind of looks over at the other guard. Roll a d12. I want to see who the other guard is.
It's only champagne if it's from the Champagne region of Eberron.
Oh, I already have the name of the other one. It's a human, another female, who snaps and says, "Nope, not on your watch. Sorry."
All right, I'll take it on my ring then.
So yes, you immediately get the impression that this one is by the book, play by the rules. No nonsense.
Well, that one is whose badge we should steal then.
I have two questions.
Shoot.
Pickpocket, what does it involve? A sleight of
It is
hand
a sleight of
opposed
hand
by
check.
what?
It's just a DC,
It's just a DC?
actually. For this adventure, yes. They've given me a DC for that.
And do the guards seem to be carrying a key ring?
Make a perception roll.
Perception. I'm just rolling nines tonight.
Not that you can see.
Alright.
You need to reload. You're getting all single digits.
No, watch this.
You wasted it.
I did waste it. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was perfect.
That was a Pitts moment. That's what that was.
Right?
See?
Yeah,
I
it
told you,
was.
I roll like a Pitts.
That's funny.
So have you ever thought of being an adventurer? I say to this guard.
Adventurer? Nah, not my speed.
Took an
No.
arrow in the knee once.
Took a
You look
bullet in the hip.
You look like you would have the skills for it.
Nah. Easy money, that's what I want. Stand at the door, collect a paycheck. I don't want to put my life at risk. Why would I do that when I get paid by the doctor?
Apparently, Pitts is listening or watching us.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you're right. It is dangerous. Well, speaking as a former adventurer myself, thankfully I got lucky, you might say. I retired.
You look too young to retire.
One would think I got very lucky.
Oh, that sounds like a story for another time. Maybe I get out tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. If you are still in town, go out for a drink, maybe.
Aw.
Sure.
All right, write that down. Violet wants to go on a date with Gunner.
Okay.
I mean, I'll write it down if you really
They'll
want me
find
to.
out why they call him a big gun.
You're a nice guy.
Oh my.
I'm Violet, by the way.
I'm sorry, I regret ever showing you that.
Violet Pendergilt. Whoa.
Whoa!
Wow.
Nice.
And I didn't expect to be the one to do this, but nice to meet you, Violet. I am Gunnar Bjornfeldiansen.
Okay. How about just Mr. Bjorn? Or Gunner? Can I call you Gunner?
Whatever works. Yes, I seem to be a bit out of place in these parts. Yeah.
This one says, Violet! You have a job. Yeah. Sorry, Gunner. How about I meet you at the Golden Dragon at I gotta sleep, so for dinner?
Sounds good. I will see you there.
Oh, excellent. Haven't had a date in weeks.
Me neither. And I am sorry for bothering you and
No,
associate.
it's okay. She plays by the rules hard and fast. You notice the other woman is much older. She's got like leathery skin and battle scars.
Actually, she might be more my type if she were interested, but yeah, I was saying this to her, actually, the other one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Says you're here for the exhibit, not to get a date with our staff.
Very true.
Violet's like, you're no fun. All right, any other actions for now in this room?
I suppose I will get another drink and then head out to,
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to regroup with others and
Okay. Well, everyone except for Majesty is in this room currently, so.
What time of
Okay.
the evening is it?
You've been here for, I would say, probably only about 45 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, I'll say out loud, I'll look at Tegan and say, well, darling, shall we retire?
Most definitely.
I'm kind of treating it like real time. If we hit 10 o'clock in real life, then it's party's over.
All right, so I guess we'll start heading out. I wanted to say that loud enough, not to make it obvious, but for my companions to hear me too.
Okay.
I'll discreetly follow them, but after a pause, so that it doesn't look like we're
Did anyone want to check out the rest of the museum? I know, Doug, you had mentioned you were actually legitimately interested in the museum. Okay. Well, feel free to move your token and I will tell you what you see. And where did Bjorn go? I lost his token already.
Oh, yeah.
He's at the door on the other side.
Yeah, I see him. I have things on the map, so I can't see him very well. There he is.
Through the cafe and down to the Creatures of the Past exhibits.
Yes. Well, where Imrion is currently is the cafe. It is currently unstaffed. You assume it's more of a lunch kind of a thing.
can't learn anything in here.
Nope. And you go down into the Creatures of the Past exhibit, where you see the fossils of prehistoric creatures and such. And the guard moves
So
out of the
many
way.
more stupid guards.
That's right. They're doing their jobs, milling about. They'll move out of the way so you can come through. So the first 3 rooms are the Creatures of the Past.
Ignore that.
Okay, I will. And then once you pass through this hallway here, you wind up in the Underground Wonders exhibit. Glittering ore and gemstones are arranged in velvet-backed display cases. Informational placards explain local geologic history.
Any of them comparable size to the gemstone we want?
In the easternmost room of the gemstone wing, you see a display cabinet, including a chunk of jade, similar in size and probably weight to the Merkmeyer stone. The case is currently locked, obviously, and the guard is just standing about, not really paying attention to you, but paying some attention to you. And in the farthest room, where Tegan is the archaeology display. Picks, trowels, brushes, and other archaeological tools are on display here. And informational placards label them as tools famous local experts used to dig up the wonders found in the museum. Murals along the south wall depict famous digs.
Quit running away from me, Tegan. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna eyeball the jade thing.
Okay.
In an obvious way to her, but not the guard.
I was thinking that myself.
All right, so you just kind of took a peek in the archaeology wing and darted back out.
Oh no, I'll go back in. Like, what's the locked door?
The locked door and the guard that says, "Ma'am, that's locked for a reason. Please, thank you." Roll a d12. See who that is. That is Clark. He's a human. He is very young.
Is he wearing a name tag?
Sure. He's wearing a name tag. It says Clark. Ooh.
Nice to meet you, Clark. What did you do to get put down
ma'am.
here?
It's a job, ma'am.
Okay.
He looks a little nervous around a woman talking to him. He's probably in his late teens.
Oh, he's such a baby. All right.
That's a nice dress, ma'am. And then he turns red.
Thank you. I picked this one out purposely to be noticed, so thank you.
It's working. And he turns even more red and turns away.
Use your wiles. Don't suppose I could get a key to that cabinet over there for a...
Suppose I give you 100 gold pieces for... No need to be embarrassed. I'm Tegan, by the way.
I'm Clark. Clark Jonathan Vance, ma'am. Oh, sorry. Is he with you? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
No, Brian just came running in.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize Tegan took off without me. I want to take with her, you know. We simply must keep up appearances, you know.
The more, the merrier.
Enjoy the exhibits, sir, ma'am. You're a lovely couple. I'm sorry. Just please don't touch the door. Thank you.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of it.
Of course.
So wait, is what's behind the door? Is what's behind the door going to be an eventual exhibit, or?
Make a persuasion roll. He says, "Well, that goes to the gemstone wing where the new exhibit is. Tomorrow, when the whole thing is open for the public, this will be open. But for now, they're trying to just channel the guests through the one door because of the invitation only."
Oh, okay.
Are you looking around the room, Doug?
Sense.
What's that?
Are you looking around the room?
Oh, yes.
Make a perception roll.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You realize that among the display of archaeology artifacts in this room, you notice that a dagger and a hand axe that are in the display cases are both magical.
Nice.
They are flawless, it says.
Will detect magic give me any more information?
If you cast it, but you will probably be noticed by the guard, although he is talking to Tegan at the moment.
I can totally keep him distracted.
All right, I'm gonna look at Tegan and be like, I'll pull my shirt down a little bit.
Make a stealth roll, but with advantage.
All right.
All right, well, he starts doing that. I'm going to start talking to the guard like, oh, have you heard the tale about such and such? And I start going on about a story about some legend.
Between the two of you, yes, you can get the spell off. And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Pretty
and
sure
yes,
there's cleavage I can be showing. So
yes, the dagger and the hand axe begin to glow brightly. And I believe... Nope, actually, okay. That is it in this room that is glowing.
Okay, well, I got 10 minutes. I'm running to this fucking place willy-nilly.
Okay.
Like I'm going to pretend like I'm looking for someone.
Okay. One of the guards tries to stop you and say, excuse me, sir, are you looking for... And you're like, no time.
I simply must use the loo.
All right, well, I will tell you two things that are of most importance. Keep moving your token, and I will actually point them out as you get there. All right, keep going. You see no magic, no other magic in this hallway.
I can't go there, can I?
Keep going. Yeah, you can keep going out the end of the hall and then back up into the cafe.
Honestly, I think we should probably steal some of the other magic items in here to make sure that it's not just about the stone.
As you get to this room here, this hallway, you see that the floor, the 5x5 foot floor between the two rooms, is a currently deactivated arcane rune on the floor.
Oh, yes.
As you enter the... Oh, go ahead.
Any sense of what it might do, or is it something we could jump over if we need to?
It's like a loud... You could probably jump it. We've determined that the running long jump rules, as long as you have 10 feet of jump, or 10 feet of running start, you can leap a number of feet equal to your strength score.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know it's there, you could clear it. Now, when you get into the room, the main room, you have a 30-foot reach on detect magic, right?
Yes, 30 foot.
This statue here and the Allosaurus both glow.
Holy shit, huh?
The Allosaurus?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Allosaurus comes to life if we fuck around too much.
Oh, let's fuck around and find out.
Let's do that. I want to make my way into the gemstone room itself.
Okay. As you cross the threshold, the outer door also glows with a rune. The first door out here. And obviously the pedestal itself glows very brightly.
Yep. Okay. Anything else upstairs? I guess I'll make my way across the room. Anything over here?
Nothing else is picking up.
All right. Do I got time to run downstairs?
I think what I'll do is I will... Oops. Is that the door I'm on? I think I'm on the door.
So can I mark on the map where these things were?
I'm trying to do that for you. Do you see those?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you've got those two. You're going to head downstairs?
Yep.
All right, so you go... Let me get on the right layer. You're here. You head down the stairs, and you see at the bottom of the stairs... the whole 10-foot square at the bottom of the stairs. Mm-hmm. And you also can see, because it's 30 feet, you see that one, and you see that one.
Oh, okay. And the A's.
Yes, the A's are alarms. That one.
Yeah.
You see the front door. And you see these hallways all have one on the floor.
Are you kidding me?
That's one way to get the alarms.
Killian did it.
All right. There's another one. Another one. Okay.
The guards are watching you just kind of speed around, and occasionally one of them will stop and say, "Excuse me, can I help you with?" And you're like, "No time."
Yeah.
No time. I've lost my gold piece.
Oh, well, can we help you find it, sir? Yeah.
So when there was no magic on the door in the south of the.
Oh, Doug, also both of the statues here light up as well.
Yeah, where are those? I'm not seeing them.
The ones flanking the front desk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did it not pay? I was on the wrong layer, that's why. This one and this one.
Getcha. Yeah. Can I tell if they're proximity kind of things? Or
I think with detect magic, you have to actually study it for a moment.
Mhm.
You just see a faint aura around it. I'll say that.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to regroup. I'm just gonna join up with everyone and just kind
go
of
back upstairs.
share the information and see what they've gathered.
Okay.
We should probably meet by the bathrooms or something.
Where did
Especially if it's getting close to closing time.
So you've wandered into the Merkmeyer Stone Room, Majesty. I keep losing your token, and then I look up and you're in a different room. And you have a pretty good idea, I think, of what's in here.
Which one's the Merkmeyer stone?
This one against the right wall. As you're passing through the hallway between the rooms, you hear the older guard scolding the younger one for fraternizing with the guests. She's like, "But he was really nice." "I don't care if he's really nice. You have a job to do." And then you enter the room and they climb right up. You see just the slightest hint of a tear on Violet's face.
Well, that was quite unprofessional of you. And I look at the
Saying that to the older one?
Yep.
All right. She says, "Well, we have jobs to do, sir. You are guests and we are hired help. It is unprofessional to be speaking too informally with guests. You surely understand."
It's also
As a man
unprofessional
of your
to
stature?
be reprimanding hired help in front of.
You are correct, sir. However, there was no one in the room at the moment. I apologize and will be more careful in the future. Please don't let my behavior affect your donations to the museum.
You will be.
Is that a threat? She doesn't say that. I'm asking you.
No, it's not a threat. Not a threat, but it is an attempt at violent charm.
Oh, violent charm.
What?
Is that an ability you have?
No. I'm guessing she is the old nihilistic kind of woman who.
Come here, you're a dirty little slut, aren't you?
Yeah, that. There we go.
She seems to be more worried about rules following than fraternizing at the moment. And you get by body language that while she may be intrigued by your behavior, she just literally reprimanded a subordinate for doing the same thing. So she's too professional to crack. She has that old leathery City Watch veteran exterior. I mean, she probably has the posterior too.
AKA badonkadonk.
That's German. It means nice smile.
Right.
You're saying she's a hard ass.
We just need to get Gunnar back in there so that she can feel more comfortable with flirting.
All right. Meanwhile, Imrion is back upstairs. You see Gunnar in the main room. You don't see anyone else at the moment, but you did leave Tegan and Imrix in the room where you cast the spell detect magic.
Right. So, like the pickaxe and shovel or something. I want to know how heavy this gemstone is. We need to probably try and get this gemstone up into the other room, which would be perfect if we could go through this locked door. Who wants to seduce Clark?
Well, you don't want to do it right now. You could just go in that room right now. That's the same. He's basically told you that door takes you back into the gemstone room you just left a little while ago.
Exactly.
Right, but at the moment, if you sneak through those doors, you're just back in the same room, and you'd be walking through when you can just walk there from the other room. That's what I'm saying.
But that door did not appear to have magic on it, correct?
Not currently.
Mm.
You haven't had a chance to talk to Imrion yet, I don't think.
Okay.
But he has figured out that when the stone is removed from the pedestal, an arcane lock is cast on the 4 exits, or 3 exits, whatever, from that room.
Okay.
So I guess they might radiate a different magic than the alarm spells, probably, if they're all tied to the pedestals in some way.
Okay. Got it. Well, if or when we get together, I guess I will add, well, we should also look for mechanical traps.
Alright,
Anyone done that?
Can anyone do that?
It'd be investigation. And you'd have to know where you're looking. Or perception. But you haven't seen any visible signs of anything like pressure plates or whatever, because the floors are all like marble and tiled.
oh, let's see. Stealth or sleight of hand to try and take the guard's key. Although I'm not sure where Clark keeps his.
Make a perception roll. You were in the room when the other guard, when Violet was talking to Gunnar, right?
Right, she had it like in her breast pocket.
Yep. You don't see anything on Clark that would indicate any kind of anything.
He might not be as high up as she is, because this room doesn't really need all the protection.
True. Well, but it does have a door that goes to the exhibit.
But if I can't see where he might be holding it, I can't try to steal it.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at Eurixis and I'm going to go, well, Eurixis, darling, I think maybe we should probably meet up with the other group that we were going to meet here.
Smashing idea, darling.
And then I will look at Clark and I will say, Clark, it was lovely to meet you.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy
You're
your
not
stay,
working-
madam.
You're not working all night, are you?
Oh, all night, ma'am. Heavy security for tonight. Big show tomorrow.
Alright, well, I touch his cheek and kind of fiddle with his earlobe just a little bit, and I'm like, well,
crap.
try not to get too bored.
Oh, ma'am, I wish you were here all night. I mean, no offense, sir. I take it back. I didn't say it. Enjoy, ma'am.
Would it be
He's like sweating.
sort of out of place to give a guard a tip? Would that be weird?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
You generally tip people who provide a service.
Wait staff. Yeah,
To you.
exactly.
Yeah, right? Like if there's anybody in
Yeah.
the privies.
Okay.
Like, generally, these guards haven't said anything to you unless you've gone toward or touched a display case. They're
Yeah.
trying to be in as inconspicuous as possible. They step out of the way if you're walking into a room. They kind of nonchalantly watch you as you're looking at cases, but anytime you go to, like, toward that door, for example, that's when you get their attention. All right, who has something they want to do? Everybody's upstairs at the moment.
It's funny, I think as Eurexis and I walk out, I'll just like nudge him teasingly and go, well, I wonder who'd get in trouble if we just kind of lost ourselves in here after closing. And then we walk out.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. As I said, I have a plan.
You said there was food in this room?
Yeah, there's like tables with like light snack hors d'oeuvres and some champagne bottles.
And the pedestal that the egg is on, is it a solid pedestal or is it like a table?
It's like a marble pedestal engraved with little tiny runes. If you want to make an Arcana check, you can.
I'm not very good at Arcana.
Yeah.
And does the egg look like it's fastened to the pedestal, or does it look like it's just sitting on the pedestal?
Give me an investigation or perception.
Which one's better? Perception.
Okay. From here, as close as you can get without touching it, it looks like it's just resting on it. You don't see any fasteners on the outside. Well, if it's adhesed to it underneath, you can't tell from visual inspection.
Adhered?
Adhered? I like adhesed.
I like adhesed too. I think that's a better word.
All right, we're going with it. Language evolves. God damn it.
I mean, I have an accent, but I don't know if I want to do it. I get myself a glass of champagne.
Okay.
And what the fuck is that?
That's always my dog.
Apparently.
I'm playing tug with my dog.
And I slowly drink it.
Okay.
And I move around the room.
Okay.
And as I finish it, I move back to the pedestal.
Okay.
And I go to put my glass down on the pedestal.
Okay.
And I pretend I've perhaps had too much to drink.
And drop it on the floor!
And I slip, and I not grab the egg, but kind of like push into it.
Okay. Make a deception roll. Okay. You want to try to knock it over, or do you want to just jostle it a little bit?
No, I push into it. I want
okay.
If I can push it off the pedestal, I will.
Okay. As you start to trip, Violet begins to slow motion run in your direction. No! And you just kind of stumble and hit the pedestal. The pedestal seems to not want to budge at all, but you are able to just shoulder the stone enough that it topples off the pedestal, and at that moment,
thud,
the door slams shut.
This door?
And you can see the only door that's open
right.
slams shut. Did I accidentally open the wrong door?
I closed it, or I clicked on it.
Oh, okay. And there's like, I don't know, does Arcane Lock have visible runes on it?
That's up to the DM, I guess.
I'm not sure. Let me go back and look at what the description says.
I think it puts a I think it does put a rune on it.
Arcane Lock activates on all doors leading to the room. Close and lock. The older guard yells, "God damn it!" And
my apologies.
And the rest of you in the building, a loud alarm starts sounding. And most of the guards begin to move toward like doorways and archways and start blocking off. And Alda's like, "Oh God, so what happened?" And she's heading straight for the door. Bjorn and Imran see her reach into her clutch. She pulls it out in the front, opens it up, pulls out a piece of, it's gold maybe. It flashes in the sun for a moment. She waves it in front of the door, and the door opens. And then she storms through.
Mom's pissed, you guys.
And she's like, "What happened in here? Sir, step away from the pedestal, please."
I stumble into this pedestal.
All right, and she'll quickly pick up the stone. It doesn't seem to be terribly heavy. She grunts a little bit lifting it, and she puts it back on the stone. And are you watching her?
Yes.
Make a perception roll.
Fucking perception. Oh.
All right, now I want you to make an Arcana roll too.
What?
Yeah. All right, she does some gestures, touches some runes on the pedestal as she puts the stone back, but you can't understand what she was doing because your Arcana's too low. And then she turns around and she looks straight at you and she says, "Sir, I think perhaps you've had too much to drink. If you could kindly leave the exhibit, that would be fantastic."
Fine. And I walk out.
Violet will take your arm and kind of guide you out. "Sir, right this way, sir. I'm sorry, sir."
Is that the nice one?
Yes. And then she quickly comes back out and she kind of stands by the door for a moment. The alarms stopped at the moment that she waved the badge in front of the first door.
But did the alarm stop ringing or whatever?
Yeah. As soon as she waved it in front of the first arcane locked door, the alarms across the building shut off.
Where did Tegan go?
Back up toward the main room.
My darling, you simply messed up kicking off without me.
Well,
There she goes
dearest,
again.
And she went back into the room you just took out. There you go.
I thought you told me you'd never take your eyes off of me.
You're playing chase in the museum. The guards are like, young love.
All right, now you're doing it on purpose.
More of the guards join the chase.
Oh, hard to get, huh?
Well, Gunnar looks suitably surprised and alarmed by the alarm, and then politely gives them.
Jamie's in the bathroom. I was like, where'd he go? I keep losing you.
Keep up, man. Keep up.
You're the master of moving your token without me noticing for some reason.
I know how that feels.
That's what she said. But for now, Gunnar is kind of investigating this Allosaurus skeleton and really kind of checking out the environs to see if there are any kind of mechanical.
Make an Arcana check.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Bethany says her and Danny are leaving the movies and they want to stop here and talk to us about the D&D movie.
All right. Well, they'll have to wait till we're done playing. We're playing D&D at the moment.
Looking for mechanical traps and whatnot, pressure plates and such, but probably not seeing anything in his, probably fear of this skeleton as he kind of half-heartedly says to himself, "Oh, I would have liked to have fought something like this."
Okay. I did not realize something. So, because I'm going to say Majesty spent the most time in the Allosaurus room, this area. What?
Did I spend more than a minute observing Professor Arkin?
Yes. Oh, yeah, easily.
Yes.
This area here. I don't know if that shows up on the map at all. I'm pinging it. This right here.
Yeah.
That is an air vent, 3 feet high, 3 feet wide, 5 foot. Well, you don't know how deep it is. Whatever. Connecting
She said,
12 to 13.
It was what that guy was climbing through in the picture.
Yes, exactly what that guy was climbing through. You are checking out the Allosaurus. Hold on a second.
All right, I'm gonna use the privy, like the real one.
Okay, you examine the Allosaurus and you notice that the base has a small hatch.
Really? Wow, with that roll?
You don't have to roll.
Oh,
Just
wow.
anyone who spends time examining the Allosaurus statue finds a small hatch. What's under the hatch, however?
Interesting. So, and I guess we don't really know where the air vent goes, but in the easterly direction, kind of.
Yeah. Oh no, common side effects are nausea, diarrhea.
Wow, you can hear that?
Yes. This time, I don't know, he doesn't usually pick up the TV, but for that moment it was very clear. Alright, does anyone have anything that they wish to do at the moment?
Well, have I been able to reconvene with everyone and share the information I have?
You're in a room with, it looks like everybody, but there's also a few nobles and 2 guards and the curator.
Well, then I'll indicate to them quietly that we need a private moment to talk.
Okay. You might have to find a private place to talk.
I don't think there is one.
Like the privy.
It only fits one person.
Well,
The
there's
hallway.
a hallway.
Yeah, let's try the hallway.
Okay. Has anyone gone to the end of that hall yet?
Which end?
The bathroom?
Probably not.
Just
Oh,
wondering.
yeah, there's the...
Oh sure. Now my boyfriend's playing hard to get.
how does it feel?
Ouch! You hurt me in the feel.
The one feel. You see a set of stairs going up.
Let's do it.
Do I see anyone up there or anything?
Make a perception roll.
Or like a door here?
There's no door, it's just a set of stairs. Can you not actually see it?
Yeah, I see the stairs.
Okay. Yep. You don't hear anybody up there. You can't see past the top of the stairs.
Okay. Well, I suppose I can see that there's one guy standing in eyesight of this, but...
These are the nobles. They just came upstairs.
Okay.
They're not guards. I didn't move them. I just put them on the stairs and forgot.
I so get to say I told you so when she gets here. She said that we also want to play more D&D. Like, I told you it was fun!
Alright, so you heading up the stairs?
So, yeah, I'll take a cursory glance for I doubt there's any traps, but I'll nonchalantly go.
There is a winding staircase leading up to this cramped space filled with haphazardly stacked boxes. Starlight pours into the space through a large skylight.
Okay, so a skylight above right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's not something in the floor, that's in the ceiling. Okay.
Anyone else going upstairs?
I am.
I'm making my way there.
Yoink. Yoink.
And I'll take a quick look around to see if there's any vents or anything else of note.
Make an investigation roll. Where did I lose Majesty now?
I'm right back.
Oh, there he is.
Right where I. Yeah.
Are you following them into the hallway?
I
And potentially up in the attic?
I don't really want to go up in the attic.
Okay. Tegan staying down here or heading to the attic?
Well, if there's nobody watching where the privies are, I suppose I could head to the attic just to see if there's a different...
Let's see. You go to the end of the hallway. It seems like once you walk into that hallway to the privies, they don't seem to look in that direction.
Well, I mean, they're not really supposed to be watching people as they privy.
Right. Obviously, if you're in there for too long, they might find it suspicious, but...
You know what? Sometimes people are just backed up.
That's true.
Right? Woohoo! Attic, let's go!
Mm-hmm. It is cramped, but it is private.
Alright,
That's
cool.
what she said.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Wow, that was weird.
I can divulge my plan.
So, if you didn't know, Jeremy, Discord has built-in sound effects now.
Oh, I did not know that, but I saw them on Vision
game last
screen.
night. I pointed them out to everyone else, and I regretted it.
Yeah.
We should probably wait until Majesty gets here, right?
You have no indication that he's coming.
Right.
You wait like 5 minutes and he hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, wait, so we just randomly followed each other up here?
Yeah.
Well, I could message him, or we could talk later, but,
Does message have line of sight, or is it just distance?
distance, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone.
Okay, so I would say that it wouldn't work, because this whole building is stone.
Okay.
It's sad that I've randomly followed 3 guys up to some secluded area.
Ooh.
No sense of self-preservation.
5 bars walk into a bar.
Ouch. Alright, so here's my plan. I can cast Disguise Self, make myself look like the caretaker, and basically walk right in the front door.
You
Go
could, but, and before I finish the sentence, I'm going to use her voice and say, but I can actually be her.
Is that a roll to do it? I think it's an advantage on a deception roll.
No.
So make a deception roll with
Probably
advantage.
It is a wisdom insight check versus a charisma deception check.
All right, make a deception, but it's not advantage. It's just you can roll it. I'll say, for the purposes of this, you're not trying to trick these guys, so I'm going to say you do a passable impression of her. Yeah,
That looks passable to me.
yeah, it's passable.
But do you... I guess the
Now,
problem is-
did the doctor say that I could change this dress?
You can change the visual colorings and patterns on it.
Okay,
You can't
so I
change the
can't make
actual
it.
outfit. No,
I can't make it look like what she was wearing.
no. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't physically change the material. It just changes the appearance of the material.
So I guess Disguise Self does not affect my voice. I didn't really realize that.
Yeah, alter self, I think, does more changes. There's a reason why I didn't want anyone playing shifters. This is the reason.
And of course, disguise self only works on yourself, right?
Unfortunately,
yeah, I
yes.
think so. Yeah.
That's not going to work as good as I thought.
Well, darling, that does put us in a pickle, doesn't it?
Also, do you have one of those badges? Are those just for turning the alarm off, or making it not go off?
I tried to see where the cute little teenage boy had his, but I couldn't find it. Just so you know, in the room the underground whatchamacallits. There's a locked door down there. That one goes straight into the gym room.
Hey, I'm gonna run up to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay.
If I had been able to maybe flirt a little bit more before my boyfriend came in, I might have gotten a little bit more information. But it's all right.
Well, I'm sorry for being concerned.
Oh, you two are involved?
We had a fun time chasing each other around the museum. It was great.
No, we're not involved. It's a charade.
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm still talking all hoity-toity when I'm away from all these nobles.
So with my investigation, did I see any...
There's nothing else up here.
Things? Okay, what's the skylight like? Are there any
It's-
ways of opening it? Or...
Would you like to try to unlock the skylight? It will require thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools!
I would like to try and unlock the skylight.
All right, make a thieves' tools roll.
Well, mostly I'm checking, could it be unlocked, or is it like a...
Yes,
hallway?
it has an interior lock
Okay.
and
Are we
hinges.
sure we shouldn't do like a detect magic first?
Yeah, I want to see if it looks like any alarm is going to go off or a trap or something.
Make an investigation roll. You don't see any visible traps.
I don't see very much, apparently.
Guess I'll take a look as well.
You don't see any visible traps either. Now, if they're magical, that's not going to help you. But you don't see any mechanical traps.
Oh, hey!
Yes.
I just remembered I have a disguise kit. Maybe I could be her.
Well, I
You
could...
can only do so much with it, but yeah, you could attempt it.
I could cast Detect Magic, but it would take some time.
Yeah,
Or,
and you've got approximately 30 minutes before the museum closes.
Okay. Well, I guess I will cast it not as a ritual, just to make sure. So,
Okay. You cast the spell. There is no magic up here.
well, I don't see a magic lock.
Got 10 minutes on that spell. Although you have Imrion up here, you can point out where things are. I assume that's part of your catching up. At that point, there is an announcement over, you're not sure how, but in a magically amplified voice of the doctor, Arkin, says, attention museum visitors, we are closing in 30 minutes. Please make your way to the exits when you're done or finish looking at the exhibits you're enjoying, and thank you for coming to the Varkin Bluff Museum of Natural History.
Okay, I'm going to assume that the skylight can only be unlocked from the inside.
It looks like it.
I'm going to unlock it, but not open it, just so that if we need to access it afterwards, we can.
As you're down there, Jamie, you're noticing many of the nobles are heading out. Most of them seem to have been done looking at whatever they were looking at anyway, and they've just been kind of milling about chatting. So at the sound of the announcement, they're like, yeah, I guess that's time for me to leave. Until eventually it's, oh, you're heading out too? All right, I'll move you downstairs. There you go. You notice the one-way dynamic lighting? If you're upstairs, you can see down, but if you're downstairs, you can't see.
Cool.
It's kind of neat.
So do we want to try to stay in here, or are we leaving and coming back?
We better leave, I think.
Okay. Well, I will I suggest we take a look around again to see if we see anything mechanical or other.
Is that Thieves' Tools rolls to pick the lock?
Yes.
Okay, you have successfully picked the skylight lock. Lifting it from the outside looks like it'll be very difficult.
That just means that we need a little bit of help lifting it. Like more than one person.
Well, we could probably lift it now. I doubt anyone would want to come up here between now and then.
Well, we can always go around the building, too, to see if there is that back entrance at the loading dock. If it's a loading dock, that is.
Yeah, but I just want to kind of have multiple options just in case.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to open it.
Okay, you can push it up without any issue. It's lifting it from outside that would be the problem.
Okay.
Maybe just stick something in there to keep it propped open?
There are loose bricks scattered about on the roof just outside of the skylight.
Let's do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, that works.
You slide a brick in to slightly keep the skylight up. Okay. Are you nonchalantly heading back downstairs then?
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
All right, don't move your tokens. I will do it for you.
Tell them.
Listen, don't move your tokens. Okay.
I mean, first I'll tell them about the opening the hatch below the Allosaurus, but yeah, then I'll...
Okay. And then you come down the stairs to the bathrooms and down the hallway, and you see a couple of the guards look up, and at that point, Alda kind of gestures toward the stairs, and she's like, thank you for coming. You have 25 more minutes, but we are going to close as soon as the last guest leaves. So, again,
customers, Hanover Supermarket will be closing in approximately 30 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please finish your last minute shopping.
Yeah. You see the guards are walking down the hallways, looking in rooms, knocking on bathroom doors at this point. This guy's going down, knock, 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 as you are heading toward the stairs.
I say to the caretaker, you've been a most gracious host, and this is quite the facility you have. Thank you very much.
My thank you. I've put a lot of effort into it.
And it shows.
I hope your impressions of our museum will inspire you to perhaps submit some donations. You should surely come by the grand reopening tomorrow for the full exhibit.
I'm sure we shall.
And she kind of just watches as everyone heads toward the stairs.
Given the effort, would you mind if I spent a few more minutes taking stock of what else was here? I would like to.
No, but please watch the time.
I will make sure to.
Very good.
But how does one watch the time? There is no sundial.
You noticed a few people have devices strapped to their wrists that they look at occasionally. There's a guard there. Sir, we will be closing shortly.
Thank you. I will leave short.
Very good.
Actually,
I'm gonna make my exit.
Okay. I'm gonna put you downstairs. Tegan, are you going downstairs?
Yep.
Okay, you're downstairs. Imrion downstairs?
Yes.
Imrion, yeah.
I was going to say, he's in the bathroom.
I thought so, maybe.
No, I'm back.
Are you all generally heading outside?
Yes.
Okay, so the four of you have left. You reconvene out front, and you're like, where's Gunner?
I'm guessing does perception
Chatting up Violet.
Perception or what?
investigation take like 10 minutes to check through things?
Depends on what you're looking at. A whole room? I mean, you're not gonna give it a thorough feeling down the walls and stuff. You're just giving it a look around.
Okay.
That's why I give it more of an act.
Which is
just
nothing
roll.
like a reach around.
Nope.
You never know with a bard. But yeah, I'll take a very brief look around and kind of look interested as I
Okay.
see. And
Each guard you come up to says, "Sir, we'll be closing shortly."
yeah, I can see I will have to come back tomorrow.
Yes, it will surely be spectacular tomorrow. Yes.
But
Oh, if we fail, it sure will be.
kind of
Actually, I'll just leave you guys there. Ooh,
Wow.
what are you looking for?
well, basically looking around for any mechanical craft or whatnot,
Not that you can see.
or vents or anything else in these areas.
Not that you can see.
But okay, but yeah, after a quick looking around, I will kind of pass the guards, thanking each of them and saying, "Well, I can see I will have to see more of this tomorrow."
Yes, of course.
And
Thank you for visiting the Varkin Bluff Museum of Natural History. Enjoy your visit tomorrow and have a great stay on our lovely town.
thank you for keeping us safe.
My pleasure.
And then I will
Head outside.
exit.
All right, I'll move you down here. Are you still watching for? Give me one more perception roll as you just
Okay.
are just glancing about as you walk.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. All right, and so you exit out the front door, and the blast guard says, "Have a good evening," and you hear the door close and lock behind you. You reconvene with your party members out front, and that is where we're going to stop. And next time we play, which is in 2 weeks, because Doug's got a prior engagement next week, then we will begin the actual heist. Very good. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Interesting one. Yeah.